Have you ever wondered how the world looks like from a cultural lens in today's globalized society? If you have, then you're not alone. Our world is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, each unique, each with its own beautiful intricacies. This rich diversity shapes our identities, our perspectives, and our interactions. In this interconnected world, our cultural identities have become more complex than ever before. Imagine a large, simmering pot, filled with a multitude of ingredients from all corners of the globe. That's what our world is like today, a global melting pot. As borders become more porous and societies become more interconnected, we find our cultures blending together, influencing and being influenced by each other. This blending of cultures is a direct result of globalization. As the world shrinks and communication becomes instantaneous, no culture, language, or custom is an island anymore. Rather, they're part of a worldwide network, constantly exchanging, evolving, and adapting. Take languages, for instance. They're not just a means of communication, but a vital part of our cultural identity. Yet, in our globalized world, languages are continually evolving, borrowing words and phrases from others, creating a dynamic linguistic landscape. Similarly, our customs and traditions, those precious threads that connect us to our past, are also being transformed. Today, it's not uncommon to find a traditional Japanese tea ceremony being performed in the heart of New York City, or a Mexican Day of the Dead celebration in the streets of London. However, it's important to note that this blending of cultures doesn't mean that we are losing our individual identities. Rather, we are enriching them, adding new layers of understanding and experience. We are becoming global citizens, part of a diverse and interconnected world. In this global melting pot, we are learning to appreciate and respect the diversity of cultures around us. We are realizing that, despite our differences, we share a common humanity. And that's what makes our world so wonderfully diverse and vibrant. In the grand scheme of things, we are all just tiny pieces of a much larger, diverse puzzle. As beautiful as this cultural mosaic may seem, it does not come without its share of challenges. We live in a world that's more interconnected than ever before. Cultures, languages, and traditions from different corners of the globe are constantly mingling, creating a vibrant, global society. But this global society also presents unique challenges, particularly when it comes to maintaining one's cultural identity. One of the most pressing challenges is the loss of languages. It's estimated that every 2 weeks a language dies out. This is often due to the younger generations who, in pursuit of greater opportunities in the global economy, prioritize learning widely spoken languages like English or Mandarin over their native tongues. This shift not only results in the loss of a language, but also the rich cultural heritage and wisdom that it carries. Similarly, traditional customs and practices are also at risk. As societies become more globalized, they often adopt dominant cultural practices, sidelining their own unique traditions. From simple daily routines to grand ceremonies, many aspects of traditional cultures are being diluted or, in some cases, completely abandoned. Individuals often find themselves caught in a tug-of-war between their cultural roots and the pressure to adapt to the global society. On one hand, there's a deep-seated desire to stay connected to their heritage, to keep their ancestral languages and customs alive. On the other hand, there's a need to fit in, to speak the global language, to understand and partake in the dominant culture. This struggle is especially profound among immigrants and their descendants, who must navigate the complexities of a multicultural identity. They must find a way to honor their cultural heritage while also integrating into their new home society and culture. It's a delicate balance, one that often involves a continuous process of negotiation and redefinition of their identities. The struggle to hold on to one's cultural identity while embracing the global culture is a delicate dance on a tightrope. It's a dance that requires grace, resilience, and most importantly, a deep understanding and appreciation of one's cultural roots and the global culture alike. While these challenges may seem daunting, they are not without their silver linings. In the face of globalization, we find an exciting array of opportunities that arise from the merging of cultures. This brings us to the fascinating emergence of multicultural identities, a phenomenon that adds an enriching layer of complexity to our global society. Think about it. When cultures intertwine, they create a vibrant tapestry of traditions, languages, and customs. This amalgamation fosters a sense of unity, encouraging individuals to learn and appreciate the diversity that our world has to offer. It's like savoring a delicious fusion cuisine, where different flavors combine to create a unique, mouth-watering dish. And just like that, our cultural identity becomes a flavorful blend of diverse influences, each one contributing to the richness of the whole. But how does this happen? Here, technology plays a pivotal role. With the advent of the internet, we've seen the world become a global village. Information travels at lightning speed, connecting people from different corners of the world. This connectivity enables us to learn about other cultures, adopt new practices, and even reshape our identities. It's like a cultural exchange program, but on a grand, global scale. Migration, too, is a significant factor. As people move across borders, they carry with them their unique cultural identities. These identities then mix with the local culture, resulting in a beautiful fusion that enhances the cultural diversity of the destination. Cultural exchange, fostered by technology and migration, is shaping our modern identities. It's creating a world where we are no longer bound by geographical borders or the traditions of a single culture. Instead, we are part of a global community, with a shared cultural heritage that is continually evolving. So, yes, globalization poses challenges to cultural identities, but it also presents us with a chance to create something new, to learn from one another, and to grow together as a global society. With every challenge comes an opportunity, and with every lost tradition, a new, unique culture is born. As we navigate this globalized world, our personal experiences and perspectives shape our cultural identities. Each one of us carries a unique cultural heritage that is a beautiful tapestry woven from the threads of our ancestors' lives, the traditions we hold dear, and the languages we speak. Reflect for a moment on your own cultural identity. Consider how it has been shaped by your personal experiences with other cultures and the global community. Have you ever felt a shift in your cultural identity after an encounter with a different culture? Perhaps through travel, food, music, or literature? Such interactions can profoundly enrich our understanding of the world and ourselves. In our increasingly interconnected world, we are all part of a grand symphony of cultures, each contributing its unique melody. This diversity is our strength, not a weakness. It is a source of innovation, creativity, and progress. But to harness this potential, we must first respect and appreciate the cultural differences among us. Respecting cultural diversity means acknowledging that there are multiple ways of seeing the world, and none of them are inherently superior or inferior. It means listening to others' stories with an open mind and an open heart, and valuing their experiences as much as our own. It also means standing up against discrimination and prejudice, and promoting inclusivity and equality. Appreciating cultural diversity, on the other hand, is about finding beauty in our differences. It is about relishing the variety of human experiences and expressions and learning from them. It is about understanding that each culture, each individual, adds a unique flavor to the global melting pot. In this dance of cultures, let's not forget that we are not just spectators, but active participants. Our interactions, our choices, and our voices can shape the cultural landscape of tomorrow. So let's embrace the opportunities that globalization offers while cherishing our cultural roots. In the end, cultural identity in a globalized world is not about losing oneself in the crowd, but about celebrating one's uniqueness amidst the diversity.